Understanding the Sith. The Galactic Impetus Hidden Force Prologue. Shadows beneath the throne. The Galactic Empire, in all its grandeur, stood as an unyielding titan in the cosmos. The official history spoke of the Emperor's iron will, his legions of stormtroopers, and the ruthless efficiency of imperial bureaucracy. Back beneath the shining banners and steel fortresses, a deeper power moved unseen, the Sith. While the galaxy saw the Empire as the product of military supremacy and political genius, the truth was far darker. It was Sith doctrine, ancient and insidious, that shaped the Impetus' rise, its structure, and its endless hunger for conquest. Few outside the imperial court truly understood this force, and fewer still lived to tell of it. Chapter 1. The hidden hands of the Empire. In the darkened halls of the Emperor's personal citadel on Coruscant, whispers of the Sith moved like specters. Grand Moffs and admirals believed they commanded the Empire, but in the shadows, figures clad in black robes dictated its true course. They were the unseen force that ensured the Emperor's will was absolute. Lord Malachar, one of the last Sith Lords to have survived the Emperor's culling of weaker acolytes, stood before a holographic projection of the Impetus' expanding borders. His eyes glowed with a crimson hue beneath his hood. The war against the Rebel Alliance was but one battle in a much larger campaign, one the galaxy did not yet comprehend. Admiral Vrax believes he is securing the Rim worlds for the Empire, Malachar muttered, his voice dripping with amusement. But he merely paves the way for something greater. A figure stepped from the shadows, Lady Sire, a Sith assassin trained in the arts of deception and destruction. Her presence was as silent as death itself. The fleet is strong, but blind, she said. They know nothing of the Force. Nothing of the true path we are forging. Malachar turned, his expression unreadable. That is how it must be. The Empire exists to prepare the galaxy for Sith rule. The admirals, the governors, the soldiers, they are tools. And when the time is right, they will be discarded. Chapter 2. The Emperor's design. Few within the Empire understood the extent of Palpatine's vision. Though the galaxy, he was a tyrant, an emperor ruling through fear. Though the Sith, he was a master architect. The Galactic Empire was not simply a government, it was a machine designed to reshape the galaxy into a Sith stronghold. The Imperial military was built on Sith philosophy, strength above all, obedience without question, the extermination of weakness. Every battle, every conquest was a step toward a greater Sith dominion. The Sith Lords who served in the Emperor's shadow knew that the galaxy could never be ruled by democracy or by simple military might. It had to be ruled through the dark side, but Palpatine also knew the nature of the Sith. Betrayal was inevitable. That was why he kept the Sith hidden, fragmented. The Inquisitors were given a taste of the dark side, but not enough power to challenge him. The few true Sith Lords that remained, like Malachar and Zaire, were kept on short leashes, yet, ambition was a fire that could never be extinguished. Chapter 3. The Sith Rebellion. Malachar had served the Emperor for years, but he had not forgotten the Sith code. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gained strength. And strength demanded action. He had grown powerful in the shadows, gathering disciples from within the Impetus ranks, ambitious officers, disillusioned Inquisitors, and Force-sensitive warriors who craved more than what the Emperor allowed. A new Sith order was rising within the Empire itself. The Emperor believes himself invincible, Malachar told his followers in a hidden fortress on Dromund Pass. But he has forgotten the greatest truth of the Sith. Power is meant to be taken, not given. The first strike came when Lord Zaire assassinated a high-ranking Inquisitor suspected of being loyal to Palpatine. Then, Sith loyalists within the fleet sabotaged Star Destroyers, leaving key sectors vulnerable to attack. The Empire, once thought unbreakable, was now at war with itself. Chapter 4. The wrath of the Emperor. Palpatine was no fool. When he learned of Malachar's insurrection, he did not respond with fleets or armies. He responded with Darth Vader. The Dark Lord descended upon Dromund Pass with the fury of the Sith. The skies burned as star destroyers unleashed devastation upon Malakar's stronghold. The traitorous Sith fought back with all their might, their crimson blades clashing with Badr's unstoppable fury. In the throne room of the ruined temple, Malakar faced his greatest challenge. A had believed himself powerful enough to overthrow the Emperor's grip, but Vader was something else entirely, a being forged in pain and rage, a monster that knew no limits. Their duel was brief and brutal. Malakar fought with every ounce of his strength, but Vader was merciless. With a final strike, the traitor's body collapsed, his ambitions reduced to nothing. Zire, watching from the shadows, understood what true power was that day. And she understood the lesson Palpatine had already known: there could only be one true Sith Master. Epilogue: the eternal shadow of the Sith rebellion was buried in secrecy. The Empire continued as if nothing had happened. The galaxy never knew how close it had come to fracturing. Malakar's name was erased from history. His followers were hunted to the last, and Lady Zire? She knelt before the Emperor, her loyalty proven, her ambitions hidden once more. The Sith are eternal, Palpatine whispered to her. And so is betrayal. Remember this, my apprentice. One day, you will seek to take my throne. But until that day comes, you will serve. Sita bowed, the fire of ambition still burning in her heart. The Sith would never die. They were the hidden force behind the Empire. And one day, they would rule again.